Kamala's campaign testing out new gimmicks to level up their appeal to young men. The latest has Tim Walz and AOC grabbing Xbox controllers to trash talk Trump and stream the video game Madden on Twitch during live NFL games.
I'm ready to play. Are you?
I'm ready to get beat.
All right.
Yeah, I'm first generation gamer. I don't know the controllers on Xbox, but I just wanted to try it once with you. Probably the same on the filibuster, but
Oh, yeah, we got to get rid of that thing.
The vice president's talking about housing infrastructure, college, and then rectifying some of the wrongs. We're going to win this election. We're going to make you put a gavel in your hand in the House.
Cast your vote so we can be done with this. I do not want to do 4 more years of resistance nonsense under Donald Trump, okay?
Oh, and their final score, a big fat 0-0. So many birds he shot, too. Michelle Obama was also trying to get men hyped into voting Kamala, but she's sticking to a much simpler playbook, the shame game.
To anyone out there thinking about sitting out this election or voting for Donald Trump or a third-party candidate in protest because you're fed up, let me warn you, your rage does not exist in a vacuum. If we don't get this election right, your wife, your daughter, your mother, we as women will become collateral damage to your rage.
I want to ask you about Michelle Obama. I noticed AOC looked different, but I can't put my finger on it.
Well, look, first of all, our rage doesn't exist in a vacuum. To women, what is with these liberal Democrats?
Seriously.
Oh, I guess they all do the vacuuming at home, Michelle. Oh, what about the men who are the real danger? You know, she's talking about your husband or your boyfriend being a risk. Actually, it's the criminals and the men on the street who are unhoused and mentally ill and the gang streaming in illegally. I'd be focused more on that. The party that has alienated men sees this solution as alienating them even more. I call this a nag spiral. As their nagging intensifies, men withdraw. And then that spurs more nagging. Why are you withdrawing? It's because you're a maniacal hate sprinkler. It's crazy. I have a philosophical question. Maybe Jessica can answer this for me, but I don't think she can. How do you grow as a person if you're in the Democrat Party? If everything is someone else's fault? Like, let's say you're poor, you're not making enough money. You can't learn it from a rich person because the rich person's over there. If you're not fit, you're out of shape, you can't learn from somebody who's physically fit because, you know, they're over there. If you're miserable, you can't get tips on how to be happy and find a calm life because they're over there. So the Dems have kind of walled themselves in, demanding that everybody think the same. And if you're just slightly different politically, morally, whatever, you can't be there. So you're all stuck with the same identity, meaning you can't learn anything from anybody. That is why the pirate ship of Trump is so interesting. All those people are different. You can learn so much from them. You can learn. There's a rich guy right there. Maybe he can tell me what to invest in. This guy can tell me what's the best fishing rod to get. What do you do when you're at a Democrat get-together? You're just sitting there complaining about stuff. It must be miserable. Now it's men's fault.
Your name was referenced, Jessica. Care to respond?
In a negative manner.
I was going to say, but then I was insulted, so I'm not sure that actually this is my moment to shine. But I will say that there are plenty of poor people at Democratic rallies, and we have plenty of rich people at Democratic rallies. And
they don't mix.
What do you mean they
don't mix?
Come on. We built a coalition in 2020 of 81 million people who voted for Joe Biden. You think we didn't mix it up? You don't think that there aren't billionaires out there like Mark Cuban saying, go ahead, raise my taxes?
Yeah, he's speaking for Kamala because Kamala can't speak for herself.
That's not true. Every time she does speak, and then you say she's a moron.
That is
anyway,
true. You got me there. Damn you.
So, again, there is 1 week left to go. Everyone is trying whatever way they can to reach a new audience, to say something impactful. And I think that if everyone was being honest, and I know this would be a big push for you, Judge and Greg and Jesse on this, not Dana, you would admit that Michelle Obama is an incredible political communicator. Just the same way Barack Obama
but the
is.
question
And that,
is
no, that is the question that is at play here. Is Michelle Obama effective? She has been historically. My guess is that she will be again. And there was something really interesting. You know, you said Trump is like sniffing 50 or whatever. So the ABC poll and the YouGov poll that just came out don't have him sniffing anything but 46, 47, have Kamala at 50 and 51. What's interesting about the ABC poll is that it has Kamala performing better with Black and Latino men than Biden even did, and only has Trump up 6 with men because men with college degrees are now going for Harris +7.
Okay.
So if that holds true, then Donald Trump is going to be in a lot of trouble on November 5th.
Well, don't you
and the
wish?
Twitch stream will be worth it. And I think AOC looks beautiful, and it's a new haircut.
Oh, it's a new haircut.
Oh, you
that's
think
what
that's
it
what it
was.
is?
Judge, what do you think?
About AOC?
Either one.
I don't know. Okay, here's the thing. If it is a redo, you remember, I think it was last week or was it the week before when Waltz was speaking and they had something up. It was a World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Okay.
On the Twitch.
On the Twitch, right,
stream.
remember, and everybody laughed at me about the Twitch. Anyway, so now they decide they're going to do a redo, right? So Waltz comes out with AOC, who I've never heard or seen her discuss or talk about football. The two of them get together to do a redo, and neither does any good. It's 0-0 in the end. She and the wannabe coach on a make-believe football game. But the final score, 0-0, tells the story of the redo. It didn't do anything. Now let's talk about Michelle Obama. You know, I used to try cases a lot, and it doesn't matter how good you are. What matters is your facts. Your facts and how you identify them to convince a jury. And that's what this is. This is all talking to a jury. America is the jury. Michelle Obama can be the greatest orator since I don't know who. And I don't really care because she's trying to sell someone who absolutely cannot sell herself, who can't answer a question, still hasn't answered whether we're better off or worse off than we were 4 years ago, hasn't figured out how she's different from Joe Biden, and can't think of a thing she would change since Joe Biden. So let's just knock that over. Now, let's talk about her husband, Barack. The two of them are coming out lecturing African Americans, black men, women, saying, if you don't vote for Kamala, there's something wrong with you. I don't want to be lectured to. You tell me how she's going to be good for me and my pocketbook. That's all.
Dana P.
I have just a second here. I would just say that only the Democratic campaign could come up with the idea to have Waltz and AOC play Madden football while the NFL is live.
Oh, Jessica, stick that in your
And in the
peace pipe
fourth
and
quarter,
smoke it.
when they were within one score.
Yeah, Jessica. Unbelievable. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.